We are Get Up. That's Lewis. That's Sal. I'm Greeny. And the biggest story in the sport right now by far is Jonathan Taylor, who was asked to be traded away from the Colts. And they seem at least partially inclined to oblige. And in case you're wondering where my friend Mr. Riddick stands on all of this, I turned to his social media, Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days. He wrote yesterday, I'd make an exception for Jonathan Taylor. Full stop. Have that much respect for the man, the player. Hate me, I don't care. Lewis, I don't hate you. I want to hear why you would make an exception to the usual running back situation with this young man.
Yeah, it's about the man. It's about the person here. You're talking about a guy, when you are talking in the scouting world about football character, personal character, position-specific skills, Jonathan Taylor checks every single box. Every single box. He's not just going to make your offense better. He's not just going to make your running back room better. He's going to make your organization better. He's going to make ownership better. He's going to make the fan base better because he is the consummate professional. So for him, Greeny, that's why I say this. At 24 years old, and someone who's accomplished what he's already accomplished in the NFL, I still think there's a lot of runway, despite the fact that he had a lot of carries when he was at Wisconsin. He's had a lot of usage since he's been in Indianapolis. And I know he's coming off of an ankle injury. But I trust the person as far as what his rehab has been like, what his conditioning and his ability to kind of take care of his body has been like up to this point. And then when projecting it forward, I still say, look, Jonathan probably has 4, 5, 6 good years of, 12, 13, 1,500 plus yards per season rushing in him still. So for me, look, I understand where the running back market is. I understand what the, prevailing opinion is about running backs, and that second contracts are dangerous, and they are. And teams have found tremendous value by not really investing in high, top of the market second contracts. But for this guy, if I'm the Colts, I'm going, look, we got to get something done here, and no one in the locker room would say a thing about it.
Sal, you've been covering the league for so long. This sort of dovetails into what has been, I think, the prevailing story of this summer, which has been Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley and the consistent devaluing of the running back position. But this is a player, at this moment, take all that out of the equation, who could be the difference for someone in winning the Super Bowl this year. It feels to me. I feel like he's that much of a difference maker. What do you think of? I'm just be curious to hear your perspective on the running back topic and then this player in particular.
Well, Michael, first of all, to dovetail off what Lewis said, it's not going to break the bank to sign Jonathan Taylor. We're not talking about defensive end money or offensive tackle money or quarterback money. Jonathan Taylor understands that he's not going to get Patrick Mahomes' $500 million kind of money. So that can be worked out. Everything is fungible within the salary cap for every football team. Secondly, the Colts need to do right by Jonathan Taylor. I was at the Colts training camp last year. I did a piece on Matt Ryan. We did our quarterback convo with Matt Ryan, and the Colts offered up Jonathan Taylor to me. Can you talk to this guy? We want to promote him, blah, blah, blah. And now, a year later, they're ready to get rid of him because they don't want to pay him for whatever reason, market value, running back market, I don't know. So, two, the Colts need to do right by him, and they need to do right by their new head coach, Shane Steichen, and their new young quarterback. Get value back for him, but don't put your team in a position where you have an unhappy player coming back to your training camp with a new head coach and a rookie quarterback who obviously has star power and star ability, Lewis, and put your team in a bad position. You owe it to your franchise, your fan base, your new head coach, and your new quarterback to get it right.
It's a mess. And so then there we start turning ourselves to where we might project him going. We've heard about Miami. We've heard about Buffalo from Sal yesterday. And we brought up the Cowboys when we had Marcus Spears in here yesterday. Our Todd Archer asked Jerry Jones about this yesterday. And here's his post from yesterday. Asked Jerry if the Cowboys would consider a look at Jonathan Taylor. Wouldn't close the door. He never does, but added, quote, I feel good about our running back position if we don't add anybody. Impressed with Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis behind Tony Pollard. I guess I would ask, if they want to play a little bit of the smash mouth football that they played when Ezekiel Elliott was at his best and all the rest of that, do they have the personnel to do it? Jonathan Taylor is Ezekiel Elliott, maybe better even than he was at his apex. Tony Pollard is not. Should the Cowboys be in on this?
Look, in theory, if we're just talking about in the perfect world, I don't see how you could not be. I've been saying all off season, look, when we were talking about Dalvin Cook and where he should go and whether or not he should be someone who Dallas is considering, I was the first person to jump on the table and say, I don't understand their confidence. Look, and that's not to disparage the players that they have on their roster, okay? Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn. That's not to disparage them. But look, Dalvin Cook is a primetime premium player that would fit well into that offense. Jonathan Taylor is better than anybody they got at running back. It's simple. Look, and Tony Pollard, we all love Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is a 10, 15, 20 touch guy a game. Maybe. In 20, we're talking, we're pushing it, right?
Yeah.
So for Mike McCarthy to say, well, look, this is kind of philosophically how we want to approach this year. We want to be a little bit more, ball control conscious, help out our defense, shorten games a little bit, not take away the explosive component, but he's already laid the groundwork for how they want to play. I don't think they have the personnel at running back to do that. Now, I may be wrong, but for them to say, look, we're good, Jonathan Taylor, I'm not going to close the door, but Jonathan, maybe we'll look at him. He's not some scrub. We're talking about a guy who is a 25, 30 carry a game guy and who can handle it, who's proven he can handle. Look, if I'm any team right now, I'm going, hey, can we fit this guy in?
Let's talk about Dallas, and let me, again, dovetail off your numbers thing, okay? Last year, 2022, Ezekiel Elliott had 558 snaps in the Cowboys offense with 248 touches, okay? So if you're telling me you're going to redistribute 248 touches, that's on top of 232 for Tony Pollard. How are you redistributing those 248 touches? Where are they going? What are you putting the load on? More on Dak Prescott on the passing game and your offensive protection in pass pro?
Yeah.
I don't get it. You got to have Jonathan Taylor on the football team.
I think it would make all the sense in the world. There were a lot of places that it would. Don't forget, you can watch Get Up every weekday morning on ESPN between 8 and 10 a.m. Eastern. And stay tuned for more exclusive Get Up content on YouTube as well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.